else if you go? Oh.
Okay, close the browser and then go to the app, or go to the app.
Who's this?
Yep.
Sure.
You're open on the app, right? Yeah, there you go.
You've got to close one of them because
Yeah,
I'm going
close
to get
the browser. Turn on the video. You're open on the app, right? Yeah. There you go.
You gotta close one of them because I'm going to get the browser.
Now close the browser.
Turn on the video. You're open on the app, right? Yeah. There you go. You gotta close one of them because I'm going to get the browser. Turn on the video.
Oh my God, so much talking.
Yeah.
See that? Awesome.
I feel it. Oh. That's like Travel Brown's teacher.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Something need cleaned. I don't know. It's been.
Should we wait another few minutes or just go ahead and
Nope.
start?
You're starting.
Good. All right, we'll bring the meeting to order. First order of business, a public hearing on the solar and cemetery ordinance. Probably start with the cemetery ordinance, it's a little shorter. If you have both copies, one copy will have the changes that were made on it, and the other one is the finished copy, as far as you know.
The original one said dogs must be on leashes. Wouldn't that be better than banning dogs completely?
Which sections? on?
It's 6A. Yeah, thank you. At the bottom of page 6A.
I don't see any changes to success.
Well, I suppose
Yeah, that's not bad.
if somebody visits with a service animal, they should be allowed.
Well, service animals are
Service animals,
I think we could take that out
Automatic.
altogether because the town already has a regulation that says on town, all town, dogs that must be leashed on all town properties.
Right,
Okay.
You could either just take it out.
Put that on there.
yeah, we can do that.
Are you looking at the markup copy here?
Not very both.
Okay.
Do we want to make any accommodations for sustainable burials?
What?
We talked about this
The
before.
green burials.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't have a
sustainability.
place inside yet.
I've talked with a couple people and their thought was if we did that to maybe use one of our older outlying cemeteries. not, I mean, out back it might be okay, but they weren't,
Not positive spaces left out there.
yeah, but you disintegrate in no time. Within 6 months is what they,
I mean, isn't it different than burying a casket? I mean, the size of it would be different than a casket, right?
no, it's just like. If you're cremated or full, you're just. If it's full body, you just get wrapped in a cotton sheet or a shroud and just,
Dumped in the ground.
yeah.
Right.
And then you,
That's why, I think that's why we didn't do it, but it's come
Yeah,
up in a
there's
couple
a
other
mushroom.
social conversations recently, so I just.
Mushroom.
makes sense. There's
You can be
your-
buried in metal.
Really?
Yeah,
And I mean, really, even now, if you're cremated, your ashes don't have to be in a container, they can just be dumped in the hole.
Yeah, okay, I don't think it has to be in here, I just thought it's been becoming a topic of conversation. Twice in the last couple months, it's come up in a social event, people were talking about
Yeah,
sustainable burial, I said, just make a vertical hole that stands you up in there. And then we plant a tree. Yeah,
I read about mushroom caskets.
I'm
That
not
was
like
what I
mocking,
read
yeah.
I don't really mock it, because I know somebody close to me's asked about it, like, I don't know.
the meeting I went to that discussed it, there was people from that one cemetery. That's on the land trust property,
Oh, yeah.
that they put bales of hay or straw over it. For a while. To deter anything happening,
To deter any disinterment.
yeah,
Correct, correct.
and then,
Okay, I don't know that we have to address it at this time, we might want
Yeah.
to keep that in the back of your mind for something in the future.
see how much, if it gains popularity.
Okay.
Would it require more maintenance than, no?
No,
No,
Just mow over them.
yeah, because most of the time, well, most of the time they don't have headstones either,
Yeah,
so it's
Really?
just, yeah.
yeah, like if it's, and the one, wherever the land trust was, I'd have to look it up from that meeting on it too. They don't even do stones, they will put a metal stake in. To mark it and mark the GPS so that if you're up, because it's in amongst the trees and all this and that. Yeah,
Well, if it was sustainable, you could just put a wooden one. I mean, it's gonna disappear anyways, eventually,
but
you know.
some of them do not let you have
Some-
stones.
Huh.
okay,
No, it's just,
Well, we could put that in the Canton Mountain one, because we don't even know if it exists.
oh, it exists, we just,
I had a cousin talking to me yesterday that has been to it many years ago,
Yeah.
so yeah,
It is there.
we know there's one there, we just need to go and probe and see if there are stones that have fallen and. Kind of been reclaimed, which happens.
Yeah.
but it's landlocked.
So there's no access to it?
I think you need to send Rob Marshall up there one day.
He's been there.
I think
Yeah.
him and Elise have been
Yeah.
there. But it has a stone wall around it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But somebody owns property all the way around it, right?
But they can't technically.
They can't keep you from it.
Right.
no,
Yeah.
you should just ask first, see.
Oh, exactly.
Got it.
Yeah. Because you
Yeah.
told us not necessarily the best neighborhood.
Oh.
When a cop tells you to turn around and leave before you get to it.
Yeah. Any changes to data storage, did we, of keeping track of the stones?
What?
No, but I do think creating a digital database that's on the website, so people could look up a name and find
My guys.
the map and all that kind of stuff, I think that'd be great.
But I
Is
don't,
that information on Finding Drive?
Exactly, yeah,
Yes,
because we have GPS.
marked the most all of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Oh, you do?
you're all
Okay.
done, yeah. Like, we've got them on
Maybe
GPS
put a
now.
link to find a grave on the website, just so
Yeah.
people know where to get
Yeah.
it.
that'd be a good idea. I don't, does it have to be in the ordinance or
No,
No, that could just be.
in the town office?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
cause anytime anybody's new moves in, we. Hurry
GPS.
them.
Yes. To the population.
My mom adds a lot to that database. She does a lot of work.
It's like a contest to see
Yeah,
who can add.
that's the only reason I know about it.
Well, I just did it in January to Rangeley.
So add Undergrave to the town website.
As a matter of fact, the town office got a complaint today that someone drove by and thought a stone had been painted green. And was very, very upset.
I can imagine.
So Aaron left and went up there and it wasn't, it was, the pins were copper. So it had
Oh.
real, and it's in
Yeah.
the front of them.
Oxidized, yeah.
It's showing up now without
Yeah.
the snow.
Patina,
But-
it has a patina,
Huh?
as a patina.
Yes,
And it's a,
so,
to get rid of,
Why do you think the Statue of Liberty is green?
yeah.
but it's like, but at least, you know, people, as fast as they drive, at least they are paying.
Well, it's 'cause it's
paying
white and
attention.
yeah. Most of it.
Any other recommended changes other than taking out the pet clause altogether?
So. Yeah, one of the other changes we made was to the ATV portion of it, and that looks fine now.
Well, I think the right people are here to tell us what we're missing.
Yeah.
Don't say that too loud. Brother. I believe E is also state law,
Well, you've got big print.
because you have the old one, I have the new one, I have both, but
I'll
I
add
didn't
it
know.
through. Yes,
E, section 6E, I believe, is also state law, so whether that needs to be redundant in ours as well, like. I mean,
I think it does, only because people don't necessarily know what the state laws are.
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt to have it in there.
yeah,
I would hope people will do that without checking first anyways.
yeah.
Jeez.
There's an old cemetery in Dixville which has a bullet hole through one of the headstones.
Ridiculous.
That was probably a quote unquote misfire.
Yeah, yeah. We can call it that.
So that,
I think it looks good.
That's been chosen. Sure.
There's 3 cemeteries on Meadowview.
5.
Five.
Simmons, Alden Hill, Coolidge, and Meadview.
Oh, those aren't all listed up as being on Meadowview.
No, well,
Well, Tessier Road is one,
is the far end of
Yeah.
Meadowview.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Alden Hill is one side of Meadview too.
Popular resting place.
It was a town, they had a school and post office over there.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. You ever wander out in through any of that woods, be careful, there's a lot of open wells.
And well, it's an old cemetery, old Sunny Hills.
Yeah.
We should do a cemetery tour.
That'd be fun. There's enough of them to visit.
I know, go visit them.
Is that?
Yeah,
Adornment, section 12.
Which one are you talking about now?
She's asking about trees.
Oh, okay. No. This is
Yeah.
to remove, as it says, not plant. But it's not in here now. Check that.
Yeah.
There should be something, I don't know whether you want it in 12 or whatever, about. Planting of trees. No. Is a no. Any trees and shrubs, actually.
I thought it was, that's, yeah.
Unless I've read right over it, I'm not seeing it.
Oh, something saying that planting trees is prohibited?
Yeah.
Yeah, and dahlias and hostas because their roots go. Pop the stone.
And the trees get big and old and the limbs fall.
well, we did talk about how we're gonna take them out.
Right.
Yeah, but-
Easy, I didn't have to take them out.
You really shouldn't plan them in the first place. If we go into great length about how we're gonna take them out.
So is there any type of adornment that's a plant that is allowed?
Like a perennial or anything?
Like your daisies, something along those lines are fine, but it's usually the ones that clump.
Yeah.
Cause their roots create such a
Like iris,
Yeah.
hostas and like that.
dahlias.
Yeah, you're here now to take care of something, but think about in
Later on.
Yeah,
40 years.
Yeah.
It just gets so out of hand.
Yeah.
So if we said no trees,
Yeah, trees or shrubs.
or
Shrubs, hostas, irises, dahlias.
maybe planted. I think we had something here that said about annuals are fine.
Yes. Yeah.
And the plants are encouraged. Okay. So should we, when every place we say trees or shrubs, should we say trees, plants or shrubs? Because I don't consider an iris a shrub. Or a daylily a shrub.
If you say plants and you're taking all of.
No,
Trees
No,
or
it's-
perennial plants.
It says
Yeah.
trees, plants or shrubs
Yeah,
that
I
impact,
say
which
trees or
impact the
plants.
operation of a town cemetery.
Tree shrubs or perennial.
Or
plant.
perennial plants.
Yeah.
Okay,
Annual plants are encouraged. Cause it should look pretty there.
Yeah, cause there's a number of hawks there.
You can spread the flocks, so. It'd be really pretty, really flocks. Oh, it's too good, yeah.
Good one.
all right.
Any other changes or?
Now I just have to catch that one, so.
Okay, no, that's fine. So. We say we're finished with that one, move on to the solar ordinance.
I wouldn't find it.
I'm not cemetery.
So just to recap, the changes in the solar ordinance took out the word or and made everything and. So applicants must meet both the size and wattage requirements. We made it clear that the nameplate capacity was in either DC or AC, whichever one we chose. It's now outlined the detail that.
Mhm.
We took out all the fees and just referred people to the town fee schedule. Yeah. I think those were the only changes.
Yeah.
How do you keep her straight, okay?
Any comments from the public?
I'm happy to see the orca.
That's confusing and unnecessary.
Yeah.
This is much clearer.
There's no gray
There
area.
is no gray, there shouldn't be.
And it can't be in an ordinance.
There could very easily be a typo.
That, she's got a question about the definition for solar or
So,
solar energy system ground mounted.
Which section?
The definition.
Yeah.
Page
Thank you.
two-ish.
Thank you.
guess what's different there versus what is being put into these, I refuse to call them farms, arrays.
This is just.
It's really just,
definition.
Yeah.
it's defining ground mounted versus roof mounted. That's all, that's all.
Yeah.
Our ordinance doesn't like that either. When you see solar farm, it says see solar energy system.
Yeah.
It's not a farm,
No, they're not.
it's not a farm.
Well, speaking from a farmer, no, they're not.
It's not all of them.
Not carrots and corn.
So did I hear there was a change to the driveway going to the site?
They're requesting one.
For Canton appointment, yeah.
Anybody know how much of a change they're looking at?
I do not.
I got a call from Mr. Barrett, right before that, right, literally, right as I was walking out the door to come to this meeting, and what he said was, so I'd asked for more information because we had
Yeah.
not heard anything.
Yeah.
And he said he'll be sending out a note, but he met with Jason, they discussed it, Jason wrote him back a note saying it was all acceptable, and then we have a note from Christine saying it's not acceptable, so we don't know what happened.
So,
Okay, my understanding is that Jason got thinking about it, it's like, wait a minute, the permit was granted for this.
mhm.
Maybe I should not have granted the permission for them to change it.
No, Jason
So
is
he
the,
notified.
He's the
the-
fire chief.
Oh, fire chief,
Okay.
sorry about that, yeah. He notified that, if it's just Christine, I think. But anyways, there was some communication between Jason and the board member. To,
Yeah, well, she sent us a note.
he just has to check with the code enforcement officer.
Yes,
Yeah,
on small scale.
yeah, he just has to check with the code enforcement officer to make sure
No,
it's okay. If there's any modifications to a small scale ground mounted solar energy system made after the issuance of the required town permits shall require approval by the code enforcement officer. So that's who he has to check with.
yeah, I'm not sure why he went to Jason. And I actually, I don't even know
I think
why.
it was a fire
This was a
issue, it was a
medium scale.
concern about moving the road further, the whole array a tiny bit further away from the trees. Or cutting back the trees, so there was a discussion, it was a fire issue, was what that did, my understanding, is why. they went
Yeah,
to
I
it.
took it that they weren't sure if the fire truck could make it in there with the new change compared to how it was.
Compared to the, yeah,
There's an email here.
Yeah,
yeah. But I mean, he can check with the code enforcement officer first.
Yeah.
Code enforcement officer checks with the fire department.
Yeah.
Just because it's a small scale, you don't really have to go.
Well, they're
with-
not, they're medium,
They're medium scale,
but yes.
small as the house.
Did we have anything covered medium?
so I have a question on 5D. It says, once a permit fee is collected in the office, the permit will be issued and work can start. But they submit, and I know Diane will tell me for sure, but they submit the permit fee with their check or with their application. But then we go through the whole application if it's right or wrong. So if
So
Yeah.
that's what?
the permit on 5D, I'm sorry. So what it says, once a permit fee is collected, they can start. So once the town office gets a check, they can start?
I think we had a application fee and then we had at one point a separate permit fee, which all that's been taken out, so. That's a good catch, we can fix that, where is, I don't even see that,
It's on page 4.
Yeah,
How about-
5D.
I'm in D what? Oh, D,
He is a dog.
Yeah, sorry.
section D, sub D, okay, yeah, that could just be open, perfect.
Cause that could be a loophole.
Yeah.
So yeah, to a medium one, it's supposed to be run through the planning board and the E CEO.
Yeah. Cause they.
It's in section 9.
Yeah,
That tells us.
so since they wanted, I don't know, since they want to change I'm gonna say driveway entrance. Do they need to submit a new blueprint showing that?
No, it would probably just be a change order.
Is that something we should put in here?
Well, it already has in section 9, that it has to go through the planning board and CEO if they make changes after they get the permit.
Doesn't look like they're asking for the entrance.
No,
Looks
it's
like
just
they
a,
No, I don't, yeah, I was
put
gonna say, it's not
some
an
turnarounds in.
entrance, it's something to do with
They
the
wanted to
width
put
of
some,
the
they wanted to
time.
put some turnarounds in for fire trucks, so they could get out more easily based on this email string.
They can't. Turn around and really?
why would the fire chief have a problem with that?
I think he was more
There's a
afraid
whole
of.
back and forth with this that starts.
I think Jason was more afraid of a change to the permit and what that might entail.
Yeah, all they'd have to do is bring it to the planning board and CEO.
Well. But
Yeah, it's more time, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's already in
it's
there,
been a
that's,
question though before, instead of like we dealt with the and or.
Yep,
Correct.
yep.
That'll be certainly be follow-up communication.
Sure.
This email makes things more clear.
Oh, good.
We literally just got copied on
I heard your ding. Ding.
it. 5:41.
Right.
Because it says site access shall be maintained to a level acceptable to the fire chief for emergency response.
Yeah, they
There's
can,
a whole bunch of back and forth between Stephen Barrett and Jason about, different things that Jason wanted, so.
Okay.
And it's in big print.
But I'd rather document all of these changes for the fire
Well,
department
and
within the
that's it.
plan.
Cause that way down the road, it can't be a he said, she said,
And
and
it's
then
also. You have the distinct possibility of some of the same faces in play
yeah,
5 years from now.
yeah.
so have they contacted the code enforcement officer at all?
I think it comes back to us,
I
right?
think we'll give him
Oh.
that, I think we'll give him that direction.
Yeah.
Coming out of here.
Yeah, it's supposed to be-
According to the ordinance,
And we'll be in the
Yeah.
code enforcement officer.
an updated drawing as a change order request.
Yeah,
And
We'll take a look at it.
with this email, he sent a new map, I'd say, or a picture of how the change would be, which to me would be,
Is that
for
on my
me,
side?
Huh?
Is that on my side of the? Lot? It's by the existing driveway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my side.
yeah, he's just making a different turnaround. That's not good call, but yeah,
Load and to the field to that way versus the.
and he's putting turnarounds here.
they-
This is the road up here. That's where you come in. He's putting a turnaround in and a turnaround in here. So they can flip it around. This says keep turnaround. So it looks like this one's already here.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
adding a turnaround down on this
Makes
side.
perfect sense, so you can't drive all the way around.
Right,
Makes
if you
perfect
could get
sense.
all the way around, you need to be able to flip it.
So.
I'm surprised they
the fire
don't
chief is
want-
worried because they can't get over here,
The fire truck to be able to go all the way around.
no,
you know,
Yeah, did you see the picture? Did you look at-
Yeah, I've got.
Yeah.
I've got it
stupid,
on.
yeah. That might be the fire chief's concern,
Yeah.
that he can't get around.
That he can't get around, so he's gotta flip it down here.
Yeah.
Better, plan this
oh,
better.
here's where it's back,
Yeah.
if you turn around here.
Originally, I thought they were supposed to be able to drive them.
Yeah, that would make sense to me.
Yeah,
I mean, if that,
And I
had that
guess
much money
that's not
invested
the
in
plan.
something, I'd want it accessible from all. So,
I mean, there's plenty of gravel and everything there to do whatever you
Right.
want for a road.
yeah.
It's a broad thing.
Any more comment on the solar? Is catch anything else?
No.
Sometimes you look at a document so much, you can't look, you just
You're blind.
can't look at
Yep.
it one more time, right?
And you don't see anything different after, the
It's
first
one of
thing
those
I
deals.
don't find anything new.
Right.
So if it's any more questions or comments on
That's some stakes up by the road, but that's all I know.
What?
it?
Asked her if they'd started up there, I never go.
This
Drove
was
by
the
there
first,
today, it didn't look like it.
this
They've
was
got-
the
done
they've got
yet.
stakes up.
first meeting I think we've had.
Usually when I go that way, I'm watching more for deer than.
Yeah.
What's the prior version is?
Get here about that time, already crossing over and that,
Christine's notes seem to imply that we knew about it and somehow withheld information from the select board. And
Do what?
the notes seem to imply that we knew about all this stuff and was withholding information from the select board, which was not true. We didn't hear that.
This change,
Yeah.
And this part's homework.
Okay.
So at 6:40, are we closing the meeting?
Yeah, we can close the public
And did you
hearing.
guys sign in?
Yes, they did.
Thank you.
So review last, was that what we're doing? We're doing meeting minutes, huh?
Call a planning board meeting to order. To review the planning board meeting minutes of March 5th.
Just want to thank Don for taking those minutes and sending them over in my absence. That this wasn't gonna work.
Yeah,
I was like, sure, I can squeeze away from a giant trade show and find a quiet spot that has decent Wi-Fi.
yeah, it doesn't work.
That's not happening.
It was not happening.
Um,
I've already fixed all the Josh Basso.
could you change Robin Wade to IN instead of Y?
I did, oh, I could. Where is it?
She said you.
Sometimes
Oh.
Dawn will put ROBIN and sometimes it's
I
ROBYN.
changed it in the header and the footer. I didn't change it. I just cut and pasted in the middle. I didn't look at the middle ones.
Thank you.
She said practice was why.
Right, right.
That's one of the school secretary thing. Change my name on the,
That's all I got.
Okay.
so all my emails have changed and everything else, but they haven't changed it up yet. So.
I move to accept those changes.
Second, all those in favor?
I can't go that way.
Aye.
I just- We have nothing on the permit log review, but I'll ask Erin for an update at the next meeting because people should be starting to put out building permits soon if they're planning it.
Right.
So. I'd love to hear from Lynn what's happening at the budget committee.
Haven't had a
The
meeting,
planning board budget was tabled till this coming Monday.
and we didn't have one this week.
Yeah. So we'll spend hopefully quality time together Monday.
A couple of the budgets was tabled till this coming Monday. Jason was sick.
Yeah.
Um, we're not clear on Kathy, the voting booth thing
Yeah.
of the price or something. It was.
Yeah.
Several things.
The voting machine,
Yeah,
counting machine.
the counting machine, we're not completely clear on that. Planning board was tabled for this coming Monday. But everything is going pretty good.
Cool. So Daniel, are you gonna attend this coming Monday?
What's that?
Are you gonna attend the budget committee meeting this coming Monday when they discuss the planning? board
What
budget?
time was the meeting?
6.
6? Yes, I can, yeah.
If you're going, then I won't.
Oh, okay. Fine then.
I have a doctor's appointment that morning, so.
No, I'll do anything.
Off the record, Robert, do you know what happened to the Lake Association budget?
Nothing left.
Do you know what the lake, I sent in a Lake Association budget?
It came in after we did social services, but there's several more come in, so I'm not sure how the chairman of the budget committee is gonna handle that, or if it'll
Okay.
just get held off till the selectmen look at it.
Because I asked several times for a schedule of when the social services were gonna be discussed, and I never got one, so I don't, there was no notice.
But I know there's been several handed in after. So,
And last year, I think they put social services in one category and they put the Lake Association separately. So I just didn't know because I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, it has a
Meeting schedule, what the subject matter is, what's going on. So I just didn't know. Thank you for the update.
So, an old business, we have the junkyard nuisance ordinance.
So these are listed here in, because I like to keep them there so I can remember which are the ones we haven't done yet. So it just says they're in the queue,
Right.
so they're not really a priority. I mean, we know comp plan is our priority,
Oh, exactly.
but I just leave it there because it's just a reminder.
And the reason for the junkyard, even though we're running under the state, was what?
It was just, it's been a long time since it's been updated, that's all. It's just, we want to review it. We as a committee just want to review it and make sure that it's still up to date. Reflects everything from the state.
But I thought it was the state one.
Right, but the state makes changes all the time to their requirements.
Right, but I mean, if
don't
we're
know.
running under the state, then. That's the one we look at, not this one. That's my understanding anyway.
But you want, but still, you guys wanna learn.
Want to make sure that that ordinance reflects. the
It's not
state.
gonna-
Well, like our housing and minimum lot size, we go by the one that was printed in town, even though it was 30 years old, and the state had so many updates that we had never incorporated. It's just making sure we're current, that's all.
Like the half a horsepower on the sewer ordinance.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's a good example. Um,
So how did the work meeting go? With it long and the last one, what they moved with that?
Robin and I got a lot done
Oh, good.
at
yeah,
the last meeting.
I incorporated all the changes on the natural resources chapter.
And those are changes we got from the beginning with habitat maps, that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Eric, was that his name? I think it's Eric was his name. I incorporated all of them except for the rare plants.
Yeah.
And trees section. Cause I can't validate. The site name.
So, just food for thought. Arthur Hayes could probably tell you if there are rare ones and where they can be.
They wrote the original chapter.
They wrote that.
Okay,
They wrote,
but they didn't have.
yeah.
Yeah, we can double
Yeah.
check. I can ask him for his reference.
Yeah.
Well, I've already given it to a resource at, Maine. And he'll have it edited and back to me by Monday.
Perfect.
So when is the next one? Wednesday?
This coming Wednesday.
Wednesday, from 4 to 7. The other thing that we need to talk about, well, I added a note in here, I'm concerned about the PFA testing. Because we have a soil section. In this document, I'm concerned about it for the agricultural section. I don't know that we're gonna find out the answer to that testing. Before, because it said 2026, 2027 was what I
Yeah.
saw. The
We can make-
letter to the town.
Yeah, you can make a note in there that that testing is ongoing and that.
Yeah,
the second-
I just put a note on it for
Yeah.
now, so when we're going through the sections, we can talk about. What we want to say about that.
Yeah.
And which sections. And then. There was something that he wanted us to do. One of the sections, but I made a note about it, so when we're going through that. It does notes as well, but that's like. 80%, then, so.
The housing data, we're catching up because what the state has on their website is very variable. And because we're so small, right, it could be,
Yeah,
the answer to some question could be 300 plus or minus 85 or 150, right? So you can be off by huge amounts. So we're kind of correlating two sources of data to see if we can get something that makes
Oh.
sense. Yeah.
but I was looking at our checklist, so Erica is we're still working on transportation.
She
stuff?
said it should be done by the end of this month.
Okay. Okay, that was the note before. Yeah, we have it in Q1.
Yeah.
And natural resources is ready for all to review. Agriculture, I feel like that's only about 50% complete. You know, there's a draft out there, there's not a lot of heft behind it.
So why don't we spend some time looking at that on Wednesday?
Yeah, I think so too. And there's nothing in there about forests, really. There's a little bit about the managed forests that we have.
The
Is that?
town, the lot you mean, or just? Tree farms.
The main farmland trust. Information about forests. Oh, no, it's not that. It's the tree growth.
Yeah.
So that needs to be worked on. Housing. You said is what?
I'll have
I've got it at 50%.
And I'll have it, I'll have 75 by Wednesday,
So
by Wednesday.
that's ready for review.
Yeah, I can, anything that's at 75, I can print out, and have available for us to look at
Okay,
as one cohesive packet for Wednesday, because we got all these disjointed sections, and when you look at it and kind of read them back to back, you start to go, oh, like this is too long, or this is.
you know,
Not
once we
enough.
get a good, one of the things that's bugging me is that this doesn't all look and feel the same.
Right.
But right now, I just want them neat. And I'll work to make it look pretty, because
The Google Docs is not great for formatting, I mean, I can
not.
download it
It's
all.
really
Word
bad.
and format
I'd
it.
love
have
to
it
put
up.
something nice into like PowerPoint or something, but right now it's just like get neat on paper.
Yeah.
That way. Okay, historic and archaeological resources. You were gonna talk to Rob Marshall about.
Yeah, what I've got is, all the data that, there are some interesting visual stuff, that kind of talks more about the context and the history of the town. And it's really taken from the bicentennial presentation that they did.
So that one's not really better.
What's today? Thursday? I can have that by Wednesday.
Okay. Should I put ready for June?
Yeah, because I started on it, and it's just, it's, I didn't pick a night that Rick wants to watch something on TV that I don't care about, and just sit there and do it. Because it's kind of cut and paste and format kind of stuff.
Public facilities and services. Still need to get with Jason. I haven't gotten feedback from him. I talked to Sean at the last town meeting. I also sent him an email today. He sounded like maybe he'll show up on Wednesday. He did sound interested in giving input into this. So it was that, and then I think sewer, you need to get information from, or
Such
talk
as?
with Josh. To see how we wanna update that section, so it's those three people, still. need
You'll have to have
feedback.
Josh in, I think it's Josh is so new that. He may
I think
not
the
know.
sewer section was originally was just a lot of data, like how many,
Yeah,
around the system, how many like miles of feet pipeline you
Yeah.
have, that type of stuff.
Probably should still have those.
so we can look at it if we want, but I feel like we need key resources. We'll keep trying to track that down. Physical capacity, 75%, that was ready. We're only at 50% on recreation, I've drafted it, I put some stuff in there, I feel like we need some maps, some trail maps. The map of what land does the town own. and that kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
I need to call him again, because I sent him that email asking for the source of information. And I haven't heard anything back, but I'll solve it.
I put it ready for review, because I think we can all look at it and talk about it and see what else should be in there.
Have you seen the brochure that goes with the trail system?
I'd like ATV and snowmobile. Just gotta get it in there.
Is that that's in the office though, isn't it?
I also wanna talk to cause like I have a section for snowmobile and ATV club and it's utterly empty. So I'd like the clubs to help me fill in words.
Oh, I'm sure Ryan Jordan will talk to you.
Right,
Yeah.
right, so
You said you're not having a minute.
probably,
But Dan is, so Dan could ask him.
yeah,
What was it?
Brian Jordan.
Ryan, yeah. He's ATV.
Yeah.
Economy,
Also, you go to the Canton Hindwriters website and see if they have anything on the website that, like about us, and you.
yeah.
pull some stuff from there.
Well, some of the things, like I've got a lot of ideas on how they can raise money, just being part of past clubs, right? Simple things they can do. We talked about it last time. Put a QR code by the park and ride, that's a direct link to your Venmo, right? Hey, did you have fun on our trails? Donate to our club, you know?
That's a cool idea.
So there's a lot of ways they could be getting some money.
Yep.
Yeah, you know. But we could, I wanna talk to some of the club members and see what they're doing right
Yep.
now. But anyway, existing and future, like I've said, until we get through these other chapters, just kind of get our minds around what we wanna do. It's hard to make those good chapters, but they're, at least they're started. So that's all ready for team review, except for 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything's ready for review except for 4 chapters.
Okay, so let me print that out. Kind of help them to look a little bit cohesive and have those for Wednesday.
I liked that we had that one resource who was able to review our chapter. I'm hoping we can find other resources who can do the same. 'Cause
Well,
that was really nice feedback that you gave
yes,
us.
yeah, well, the Maine Farmland Trust said they'd be happy to take a look at the
Right.
agricultural chapter.
Right.
Erica said she would look at the thing in its totality. But she's just checking for completeness with the state requirement.
Right.
Not
But we
necessarily.
could do that on the checklist though, too, right? We got a checklist for what the state wants, so. Yeah, so we're getting there, check.
We're good. Just a reminder to keep your eyes open for a new alternate.
Yeah. Do we have to talk about April?
About what?
April working sessions?
Should.
I don't remember if we talked about it or not. I'll be gone for a while in April. Not gonna make the meeting on the 16th.
Okay. Okay. I do have to say it was 85 and sunny in California 2 weeks ago, so sorry, I missed the meeting here. I actually sat up by the pool one day on a Sunday.
I wouldn't be sorry.
I didn't go swimming, I put my legs above, like, things over my knees, I was only there maybe an hour,
And my friends flying out.
I got lines.
Like her.
That's good. All right, April. Ooh, a lot of flexibility. If our first meeting is on the 2nd.
Yeah.
Do you want to do anything before that, like on March 30? Oh, I. Then maybe do something that's because we don't school that night, sorry. We could do April 1st, we could do the 6th, we could do the 8th. Well, is budget committee gonna continue into April? Do you think?
It depends on if we get the salaries. No, we won't have the salaries done for Monday night. So we'll have to have at least one more. Cause we worked on salaries when we did evals, but we have to vote on them, that has to be at a regularly scheduled meeting, executive session, so. Those won't be done until the end of next week.
Yeah. So certainly April 8th is open, it's wide open.
I'm good with these.
It's my birthday.
You can or cannot be there.
I'm good with these.
Okay. Lynn, speak up if any of these dates aren't good for you.
Oh, it's good. Yeah,
Was that a work session?
Yep,
Probably. So also I'll spend my birthday celebrating. I guess to play.
I'll bake you cupcakes if you come. I can bribe you with food.
Chocolate peanut butter frosted and M&M's on top, you might talk.
Ah, there we go, we found the weakness.
What would the time be?
4 to
Uh,
7 is our
I think you said a 4.
working session.
Because you wanted a little bit more time and it was getting too late, if we said later. And also because we were connecting to some of these other departments like APCOG and
Ah,
we wanted to catch them before their workday.
Yep.
Even though he's like, I'll come to you, but that's the one day we had that. It's like an icy day or something.
Yeah,
Okay, what have you got the heat on now?
I know, it did crank it up, but you give it 5 minutes, you know this round, it's gonna be back to. That's bad.
Do you wanna stick with Wednesdays? Like maybe do the 15th or the 13th? I don't know what budget committee is doing, so maybe the 13th, the 15th, it would be another Wednesday.
15th time, all right?
I know you won't
not
be
available.
Shouldn't care, she's not here.
Yeah,
give me with that.
so you wanna keep that one on the 15th?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's 8th and the 15th.
Yeah. Do you wanna maybe say the 29th? Are you gonna be back by the 29th?
Yep.
Maybe do the 8th and the 29th. What do you think?
I'll skip the 15th.
Yeah,
Okay.
Good with that.
okay.
No, I'm not good with that. That's John's birthday.
Okay, well, 50,
Probably
8 and
should
15.
Stick with the 15th.
Okay. That's
No,
it.
that's scratchy.
Stick to the 15th. Either I'll just do the one in April. We could do. I can't do the 22nd either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I might
it's a
do
bad month for me.
That might be-
I'm a sad town. I don't know what to do.
Well, I'd like to think that we could, if by April. Cause the Wi-Fi here is very bad.
I'm hoping
guys
we're
been,
gonna be
like, all
close to,
over the
like,
map.
so I'm gonna be. Leroy for a while in May, so I'll have a good Wi-Fi and a good amount of time where I could sit and just format things into a nice. Working document, so if we think we're close by,
The other
you know, the
thing,
middle of May, when I go do that trip, then I could.
yep, do you also have, and we have several older subversions from other towns that we liked?
Yeah.
Cause I think the next key thing is gonna be, how do you, not necessarily,
How do you want it to look?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
grab people, I really like. I think it was Durham.
I can send a couple other links to ones that I've seen,
Yeah,
as
we
well.
should look at those together and kind of decide, how do we want this?
Why don't we do
to
that on Wednesday?
Look and feel and grab people,
Cause I've seen some that are almost all PowerPoint.
yeah,
But you could still put an appendix that has all these like data-driven chapters. But you still have to figure out how to turn that into something that's more usable. And even like how you wanna present at the end of the day, this is just all the inventory, right? The background, the history, the inventory, then we haven't got to the plan yet.
right, right,
So what we're finding is needs are rising to the surface. What are some of the things
Yeah.
we need in the plan, but this is really inventory of this.
yeah, you said you saw some.
Yeah, I submit proposals to different government projects and every once in a while they'll say, well, this is gonna be. This project that you're bidding on is consistent with such and such a plan. And so I
Right.
click on the plan, I read the plan, so I make sure that I'm doing the right thing, right? And then when couple of them I've looked at, I'm like, these are really.
Cool looking, right? Yeah.
Yes, like I would like to use these for our company.
Yeah,
So I bookmarked those, I'll try.
okay, cool, yeah, I'd love to look at those.
How far back you go? Cause I have a bunch of the. Arrowheads and various Indian tools that.
That was
Other
when
cat
that
be
got drafted,
collected.
right?
history and archaeology, what we took was the bicentennial presentation,
Right.
basically, and kind of just adapted that.
But I say you could get pictures of those and include it. Because that was a big part of the world before we got here.
What was interesting though, to me, was when when they went to do the development where the solar field is now behind the nursing home. The UMF, I think, came and did all kinds of soil testing up there, looking for things like arrowheads and evidence of like Native American,
Right,
and they didn't find it there.
that's all over our way.
I said it's all by the water.
Yeah.
I just thought that's not really that far from the water, but yet.
I think it was maybe more on our side of the river though than it was on this side. I'm not sure why, but
Yeah, I just found that odd. I was expecting them to find stuff.
Yeah.
So that's.
well, maybe, was it 2 or 3 years ago, when she was working on this, a big figure? Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Something.
Okay. So she said that Josh Basso was at the last meeting, but he didn't sign in. Is that correct?
No,
It was our meeting,
he was mentioned
yeah.
at our,
Oh, okay, so that was Steve Still. That's what I thought. It's here, not John. Okay. All right, I'll fix her notes. So after we adjourn, we just have to do time cards.
Oh, we do, okay. All right. Any other public comment? No? Motion to adjourn? All in favor? We adjourn.
Well, I think it could be.